Some modesty about him as well. Polt is our man who goes through. The Terrans live on yet again. Let's see what the guys over at the analyst desk think about that.
Thank you very much, Red Eye, and what an interview with what an incredible player. And he shows us once again that he is capable of absolutely anything. And with
Screw you guys, I'm still watching IEM, damn it. God. Eating my breakfast, watching a bit of IEM. I was like, what is that? Yeah, I put that on purpose. I'm gonna be dual monitoring IEM throughout this stream just because it's that damn good, obviously. As I assume most people would be, if they have any damn sense. Yeah, IEM has been amazing so far, with the exception of Naniwa fucking everything up. That was really disappointing to me. Really disappointing. Like I've had so much belief in in Naniwa and in the fact that his play should be taken over everything else. And up to this point, I've been able to kind of forgive him as a result, because as someone that really deals with a lot of problems when handling criticism online, and like how does it seriously like affect me either mentally or physically, I can completely relate to his stance when people act like little bitches. Unfortunately, you can't keep respecting someone when the one thing that you really respected them for, that was their play, is something that they then throw out the window, you know? That's it. You know, that's like the last straw. When you throw your own play out, when you don't do your job, when you allow just external factors to affect your job to the point where you can't do it, well, at that point, I think you just need to take a step back from your job. You need to find something else. The whole soundproofing thing. You can't soundproof a booth against that many people, yeah? Against crowd screams and things like that. The thing is, like, everyone knows that, and there's plenty of tournaments where people have been able to hear the crowd getting really, really loud, yeah? And basically, it's almost impossible to stop. The weird thing is that at Katowice, they've got 3 crowds, and who fucking knows which crowd it is making the noise, especially since the League crowd is slightly bigger. And it's next to the StarCraft crowd. So that's a bit strange. But if you seriously believe that, then don't play Proxygate strats. I think if everyone had seen, like, Naniwa saying, yeah, I've totally prepped for this tournament, I've been working really hard, and then kind of go out that way, they might have had a bit more sympathy. But he did tweet that he hadn't played StarCraft in a month before going to a $100,000 winner-takes-all tournament, whose spots are extremely coveted. So, what do you expect? It's hard to have sympathy for that. Really hard to have sympathy for it. And like I said, soundproofing against that many people roaring is basically impossible. If you could hear the casters, well, that's a different matter entirely. But at the end of the day, no other player at that tournament has actually publicly said that they could hear the casters. Nobody. Not a single person. You'd think if that was an issue, it would be more than just one person saying that, especially considering that Naniwa's game was not the first one to go out. Now trust me, that is the kind of thing that players tell you. Every event that I've been at that's had a soundproofing issue, players who immediately come to the admins and said so, and then it has been dealt with. So yeah, I don't know. It's... The only other possibility is that people are being silent because they just don't like Naniwa, which is really weird. I don't think that they'd allow a soundproofing issue, assuming there was one, to continue. I don't know. Should the crowds not help the players focus and get the adrenaline running? That's what sportsmen say. Yes, but those sportsmen are not relying on hidden information. You can see everything that's going on the field. You know, it would be the equivalent of a crowd for a poker match being able to see the hole cards and then screaming when they got a really, really good set of hole cards. That gives things away. Thorin said players mentioned it, but I don't know if he was actually there. Well, he wasn't there. Well, he wasn't casting anyway, because he lost his casting job after he called Poland a third world country. Lol. So, I don't know. Polt said he could hear them allegedly. Yeah, well, that's the thing. He hasn't said it publicly, though. That's the problem. Like, you need players that are at the actual event to come out and say publicly, yes, we could hear the casters. And even then, you don't forfeit mid-fucking series. And you certainly don't compare it to the Blizz Cup series where there was, like, nothing on the line where he probe-rushed because he knew it was already out. Alright, your first proxy gate failed. It's a best of fucking 5. Play the series out. Because that's your job. Oh, there you go. I'm going to play random today. It's going to be how it's going to be. We're just going to go random heroes. I was going to try and figure out a way to allow the chat to pick, but there's like 20-something heroes in this game, so it makes it a little bit difficult to allow the chat to pick it. And it's entirely possible we might have long queues, in which case I will do Q&A during that. Why did Thorin slag off Poland? Why does Thorin do anything? I don't know. It's generally not a good idea to slag off the country you are about to go to and work in. And considering Katowice crowd has been absolutely fantastic lately, I really don't know why you would do that. I get it, Poland is possibly less privileged than some other countries, but it's not a third world country. Yeah, random should get us into games faster because it will match us up better. But yeah, the straw poll idea is unfortunately a little bit of a problem because there are over 20 heroes. So voting could be an issue. That, and if I hit anything close to what I was hitting the last 2 days in viewership, straw poll will crash. It used to crash when I played Hearthstone with half the viewers. We're already up to 5k and I haven't even got a game yet. As for questions about what I think of the game so far, there is a WTF, well, not a WTF, there's a My Thoughts On video that's going up today. It should be up pretty much any moment, actually. Which has got my full thoughts on it so far. I could definitely answer specific questions about the game if you have them, like in terms of mechanics or business model or anything that I know. But general opinions, I already have told you that stuff. So. Just making you aware. How much have I spent on Heroes of the Storm so far? 250, I think. I bought all the heroes and then bought a mount and some skins. So I have no idea whether or not we could get Jen in here, but I'm on stream, so I am on stream. Sterum. I can't spell apparently. It feels pretty balanced, yeah. I think that, let's see. Nova seems slightly broken. Slightly. She's really good. Reyna is really, really good as well. I think some of the global ults shouldn't damage buildings. Like, if I had any theories about that. Things like the Sergeant Hammer's global ult and the Hyperion global ult. They damage buildings. Which is a little silly, because there's no way to stop it. So, you just keep eating this ult over and over again into your palace, and it's like, well, obviously you've got to break the other stuff down first to do damage to the palace, but at that point, they could just sit in their base globally ulting your palace over and over again, and there is nothing you can do about it. So, I'm not a big fan of that. I wouldn't call Uther completely broken, he's just really bloody hard to kill, and I think, honestly, that's his purpose. And the weird thing is, like, because of the way that the game works and the fact that there aren't any items in it, you can actually have some heroes that are a bit extreme at the highest level because you don't sort of temper them out with items. You know, maybe you have a hero in League of Legends that's a bit weak, so you want to give him HP or spell damage resist. It's like, the heroes in this can't do that, really. So, they become extreme kind of avatars of specific disciplines. Or they're just really, really general at what they do. And that's okay. How do I justify spending $200 on a game that is in alpha before you played much of it, while on the other hand, you tell everyone not to pre-order and pre-purchase video games? Is it because you know you make the money back? Yeah. The only reason I tell you not to pre-order and pre-purchase video games is because I'm concerned that you might buy something bad and you have limited income. Like, everything that I spend on games, I always make back, usually with a profit. And it's kind of, it's tools of the trade, if you get what I mean. It's basically like a builder spending money on nails, you know? It's the same kind of thing. And besides, when it comes to streaming and demonstration purposes, it's my job to kind of do the best that I can for all of you and show you everything that I possibly can and test as accurately and as definitively as possible. And the only way to do that is to have access to everything. And I can tell you this for a fact, Blizzard doesn't give access to everything to anybody, including its own staff. So, it's the same reason why I spent so much on Hearthstone. Like, you can't get in-game gold from Blizzard for Hearthstone. Like, nobody. Even Mike Morhaime apparently had to grind his own characters and spend his own money. They insisted on that. But yeah, the whole I have more YouTube money than God, I can afford these games is kind of accurate, you know? If you have a lot of money, then by all means, feel free to pre-order and pre-purchase. Like, if you lose $60 on a game, it's not going to affect you, but I'm just... I get really sad when I see people that I know don't have a lot of money kind of being duped in by companies and saying, oh, pre-purchase this game, it's going to be great, honest. And then they get duped in, and maybe that's the only luxury budget they have that month, and then they end up spending it on a piece of shit. That's horrible, you know? Alright, it random me into Tassadar. Okay. I like Tassadar, he's pretty good. Didn't random me into Mecha Tassadar, though, which is extremely disappointing. Alright, what kind of Tassadar shall we play? I'd really want to go... I can't go mid. I can't really solo with Tassadar. I'll go with Tyrael, I suppose. I'd rather go with Falstad, honestly. But... Alright, so Tassadar can be played in a couple of different ways. He's primarily a support character, although he does have an ultimate, which I would consider to be more of a spell damage thing, which is it kind of you turn into a giant Archon and you fight. Let's see. I think I am gonna go. I'm gonna go kind of full heal here, which means I actually start with 5 abilities. It's what's kind of really weird about this game is that they don't stick to the whole 4 ability rule in any way. They'll do whatever the hell they please with it, which is actually kind of cool. See, Healing Ward is actually more of a sort of summoner ability, I suppose is the best way to describe it. Well, I didn't do much, did it? There we go. But yeah, I definitely think that could be useful, so grab that. Alright. Time Warp on there. It can also be pretty annoying early on in the game with this Time Warps, so... I'm going to try and support Tyrael. Do what I can with him. Make sure he doesn't die. Healing Ward is actually free as well, wow. Oh, watch out. Oh, can you destroy the Healing Ward, or they're just... Ow! Or they're just ignoring it, I wonder. Shield myself. Time Warp. Let's work this guy over. Okay, I'm gonna stasis out. There we go. Your team draws first blood. Shield. Sweet, I kept him alive. Very nice. Pretty proud of that. Let's have some slow. Oh. Is it real? It's almost real. That was a pretty nice slow. Yeah, Tassadar's abilities are pretty good. The shield is very, very powerful. You can buff it up even higher, and it can also affect buildings, which is incredible. Okay, so W grants allies move speed buff. That would be pretty useful in this lane. Reinforced structures. Very powerful as well. I think we'll go with space jump. So what this is going to let us do is speed up our allies. I'll have to let Tyrael know that.
has been slain.
So, just let him know that I picked that talent. You know, that's actually something for pub games that I think would be very, very useful. Is there being more direct feedback of what the abilities do, because abilities can be customized pretty heavily with various talents. And the problem with that is that in a pub game, most people kind of don't know what the talents do. So I might have the time warp that increases the speed of my teammates, or I might not. And it's less obvious to the player on my team what I've got. So I think there needs to be a better indicator that I've talented this. Okay, let's go for this. Oh, I can't land a time warp here. That's a shame. There we go. But yeah, almost every support I've played in this game is really satisfying and actually requires a certain degree of skill, which I appreciate. Tassadar's got a lot going for him. A lot of really good skill shots and, like, abilities which will really change the tide of battle. Abathur is obviously crazy. Oh, Jesus, I just let him die. I'm such a fucking idiot. To be fair, he shouldn't have really been out there, but that's my fault. I could have saved him. Abathur's really strange. Tyrande is support and kind of range damage, which is pretty effective. And you've got Malfurion, who is also really, really good. Most of his abilities have a delay on them, so they're quite difficult to land. But when they do land, they're really effective. Okay. If we're going full support, we probably want to... We could go Cooldown Mule, but I think we want to go Kala's Embrace. Uh-oh. Shit's going down over here.
An enemy has been slain.
Oh, man. Yeah, I don't want to engage in that. I know Uther's around the place. Cool, we got the tribute. Very nice. We can probably fight the center. I use my ability to... Oh, hello. There's the slow. Nail this fucker to the... Oh, never mind. It's Uther. We're not going to kill him. Nail this fucker to the... Oh, he's got 5 bazillion points of damage. So that's probably not going to help too much. Incidentally, if I'm in the middle of a game, I won't be answering questions. Because obviously I'm trying to not die. But if we're in queues, I'll definitely do Q&A. Get it? Q and A? Ah! Sorry. I'm really sorry. Yeah, his shield is really good. Oh, laser incoming. Try and make sure we don't get hit by it. There we go. Get our healing ward up. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty low DPS lane, all things considered. This is probably a bad place to stand. Yeah, I'll go with yes, this is a terrible place to stand. Stasis. Fuck you.
An ally has been slain.
Well, I can't hold this lane alone, so I'm hoping they kind of realize that. Okay, what's taking damage? The gate? Shield the gate. Oh, yeah. I can definitely be extremely annoying. I could also see you building this as a pure structure support unit. As the ability to cast buffs on towers is actually very powerful. Alright, looks like we've got some stuff going down in the middle. Oh, damn it! Come on! So slow. Not impressed by this performance. Oh, they're all here. Jesus. Shield on myself. Healing ward down. I'm gonna die anyway, I think. Yeah. Their entire team was here. Well, I should not have engaged that. I thought we were having a team fight. Apparently we're having a 2-on-5. Should have paid more attention. That was poor. Oh, they got mercs as well. Even bloody better. I can't really hold the lane on my own. I hope that some player will actually come and help me. I can support, but that's really about it. God, apparently we can't go solo top. It's not gonna happen. I'll pick Force Wall as my ultimate. The other one is the Archon, which again does some damage, which is fine, but Force Wall has got a lot more utility. So I now have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 abilities.
An enemy has been slain.
Working on Fabian. I don't think I've got him though. No. Again, if I had someone fucking helping me here, then we'd be able to kill some guys. But I'm finding myself as support solo all the time, which is really stupid.
An ally has been slain.
Come on, get him. Get him. There you go.
Enemy slain.
See, I can actually do things in these positions. Let's take out these turrets and try and gather this tribute. There's the shift. Juke. Oh, this was a bad idea. Healing ward down. Oh, I think maybe it wasn't such a bad idea. Shield Nova, and then leave. Oh, shit. I think I might be stuck. No, I'm good, I'm good. Moonwell, come back around. That went pretty well. Oh, we almost lost the Moonwell there.
Slain.
Oh, Hyperion coming in our way as well. We might even lose the Moonwell anyway.
An ally has been slain.
Shield Reyna. Well, I did my best in that fight, but